from Fort Wayne, Indiana, Dubuque, Iowa, and somewhere floating down the Mississippi River, you mothers, Michelle.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to episode 849 of the Video Game Outsiders podcast. I'm one of your hosts, Michelle Madison, who didn't do an ad for Burger King. But
there's no clips.
What?
Get an extra large cheeseburger or original chicken sandwich plus fries and a drink at Burger King. Stretch your dollar into an $8 meal, so you can stretch lunch into lunch. Get an extra long cheeseburger or original chicken
That's pretty good, Matt.
Stretch lunch.
So James in our Discord actually made you a song. Let's check this out.
Oh my God.
I think Burger King needs to get on this, Matt.
Matt, you're a superstar.
You are. You're famous.
That's impressive. I love it.
So yeah, Matt did a Burger King commercial, so he's going to get us all free fries.
At Burger
That's part
King,
of the deal.
Stretch your dollar into an $8 meal, so you can stretch lunch into lunch.
That's amazing. That's great. Congratulations.
Congratulations, Matt. It's a big upgrade from last time you
Matt,
played a
tell
dog
me
in
the
a
story
suitcase.
about this Burger King thing. So how did this come about? Is this just like a Fiverr thing where they just go on Fiverr looking for low-cost talent? I'm imagining it's something like that.
Yeah, I bid 5 cents, and they're like, "Fuck it."
Yeah,
because I know that they didn't seek you out, right? It was just some kind of.
Yeah, I auditioned for it.
What?
And by the way, that was my second Burger King commercial. I haven't found the first one. That's my second. They asked me back.
Now, in Canada, though, that's not really a thing in that country, right?
Burgers.
Burger King. It's like, there's like a couple, right? Or something? It's like a local
I'd
franchise.
say it's probably the top burger brand in Canada. I'd say from coast to... It's like Tim Hortons.
All right, so walk me through this.
There's a studio. Like, what do you mean? The
okay, so who approached you? Did you apply for this? Was there an agent involved, a manager?
I get the auditions. They email me. I put my audition through.
Okay.
They called me back. I
now,
drove
what did
to
the voice
Toronto
say?
to record
What
it.
kind of voice were they looking for, Matt, that you were like, this is me. I got to do this.
Oh, yeah, totally like just fun, easygoing. And that's like their way of saying like, you know, like a Jim from The Office. It's called like the Jim from The Office read. It's just like, hey, I'm fun. I'm easy.
It's no big deal. Yeah.
That's right. It's a no big deal voice. It's the
Matt, maybe turn down like just like about 5% or something.
It's all right. He's a professional voice actor.
He's a little.
He's coming in a little hot. He's excited.
Just
Look,
trust
if I
me,
did a Burger
Michelle.
King commercial,
Because if I don't say something, then like tomorrow,
yeah, tomorrow I'll yell at John and say,
Yes,
you idiot.
exactly.
The show sounds like garbage. Okay. Now Cece believes that they made your voice deeper. Now, was there any post production work, Matt?
Yeah,
do you know
a -5,
just a little
pitch correction.
-5, take down the top.
Look, do you guys remember when I used my studio mic for a few episodes and it was like you did not like it because it sounded different? I think that's more me
what
in
they
front of
want.
like a mic.
Yeah.
I don't. This picks up. It's higher. This picks up higher. Octave, but
I agree. I don't sound exactly the same like on the phone as I do on the podcast. So that's probably what you guys are hearing. Different microphones will give different effects, especially with EQ and all that stuff. So I don't think they messed with Matt's voice. That's authentic Matt. That's true.
That's me. I can't bring that full sexiness to the podcast.
No,
I don't want to like.
It's too
make it
threatening.
all about
You
my
can't.
sexiness.
You got to be careful out there. We don't want people listening and feeling uncomfortable because sexy is bad now. You know, IGN is mad at Stellar Blade because they said the artist has never seen a woman.
Just save it.
We're going to be talking about Stellar Blade demo tonight as well as other games and gaming news. Of course, we are live right now on VideoGameOutsiders.com. We do it every Tuesday from 9 to 11 p.m. Eastern. If you missed it, you can listen anywhere podcasts are. Good place to listen is our app because we do bonus shows during the week. Some are free, some are premium. Now, tonight during the show, I kind of have a new term I want to test out here because, Matt, people have been noticing, look, you started Nothing Burger. You made that thing come back. It's been all over now, Matt, since you've been using it on the show. I'm hearing it on like clips. I'm seeing it on like websites. Okay. So people have been taking notice. So I've got a term I want us all to use tonight that I've created.
Okay.
That we got to each find a way to use at least once.
Let me write it down.
Yes,
Okay.
we have to all each find a way to use it at least once, okay? And it's the opposite of a Nothing Burger. Because a Nothing Burger is like, okay, that story means nothing. It's all stupid. It's a big deal out of nothing,
everything
right?
hot dog?
Nope, it's everything bagel, okay? Everything
my
bagel.
God.
Yes, everything bagel. We're all going to use this once tonight if something's like really the opposite of a Nothing Burger, all right? So I don't have this plan. I don't know how I'm going to work it in. We all have to work the same.
Okay.
Everything bagel is going to be the hot shit next week. You guys watch.
Can you give me an example of an everything bagel?
You've never had an everything bagel? It's a bagel with everything on it. Okay.
It's
the opposite of a nothing burger. You know, like it's like two buns and there's no meat in it, right? So
right.
There's no substance to this,
let's put
right?
it in context. Okay, so you're talking about a game and there's it's vapid, nothing's happening. It's just a big nothing burger.
Well,
right?
It's like the Dragon's Dogma microtransaction stuff. To me, was a nothing burger. That's a nothing burger, right? And everything bagel is like, there's actually something going on here. There's some meat. There's some meat to this. There's a little poppy seed going on. You know, there's some extra onion on top. So I think it's an everything bagel. I don't know. BG3, Fox says could be an everything bagel. I don't know.
Now, speaking of, did you see this Flying Dutchman burger?
I don't know.
I want this thing. I'm making this thing. Have you seen this? Speaking of burgers and nothing, I saw this tonight. It's In-N-Out, and it's instead of buns, it's onions.
What? Oh, I love onions, so maybe I'd be down.
Look at this thing. I'm making this.
I hate onions so
look at the look at the Flying Dutchman burger at In-N-Out. Like, look at the images of it.
Oh, really? It's In-N-Out? I could totally do that. There's one. Okay, so was it 2 onions with a burger in the middle?
Just look at it. Yes.
Where am I looking? You didn't put it in the chat.
Just Google Flying Dutchman burger and look at
Flying
images.
Dutchman sounds like a sex act. I don't like this.
No, Flying Dutchman.
No,
it
sounds like it involves a butt and poop.
No,
John.
Flying Dutchman.
No. Flying Dutchman.
No, that's a
historical
historical
figure.
figure.
A swing. I don't know.
No, he's like it's a ghost ship. Also from SpongeBob.
Dutchman burger.
Yes. And then look at the images.
I don't want all that.
Are you going to post this? I don't want to look
gross, friggin' dirty cheese bits coming out. What is that? I don't like what's going on in the middle. I'll take just the onions and the
Flying Dutchman
burger In-N-Out. I'm more Shake Shack over In-N-Out.
Yeah.
I've said this before.
That seems greasy too. It's just onions.
Yeah,
like you grab
it's literally like 2
big grilled onions,
caramelized half-inch onion.
Okay, I'll do it without the cheese. Even though I like cheese, it's too much grease coming out of there.
Oh, that makes me want to be a vegetarian. That's disgusting, dude.
Well, I mean, I'm sure you could say you want a single and not a double, right? And there's some kind of magical sauce on there.
Single Flying Dutchman.
I hate onions so much.
Yes,
so maybe that's it.
Right, and then Michelle, I suggest that you hold
I'm going to try this and report back at some point.
Sauce.
I would like a single Flying Dutchman. Hold the sauce and the cheese, please.
Oh, no cheese.
Well, I don't really know. When it comes to In-N-Out, I want just plain onions.
A half a slice of cheese?
No, I don't want it.
Okay. All right, so you're going to order
now that we've settled my In-N-Out order, let's do the podcast. What do you think?
We get here anyways.
I don't know. John always finds a way to work food into it.
Yeah, he's hungry.
I just don't like the name.
No, everything bagel.
Yeah.
Your
everything
challenge
bagel.
is to use everything bagel.
If one of us doesn't use the term tonight, you guys can yell at us next week. You can harass us. And by the way, so much feedback from last week's episode from people I haven't heard from, people reaching out to me on Steam saying thank you guys for actually reviewing the game. I wasn't going to buy it. I bought it.
We do a
podcast.
Matt, I don't know if you know this.
Matt doesn't. No, he's a Burger King guy now. He doesn't.
I'm a Burger King guy.
Yeah.
I barely have time for my family, okay? I'm a Burger King guy.
That's all right. Who needs them? It's obligation. They're born into it.
I did hear the good news that you guys were even keeled about this whole
we
were. Dogma 2
we
thing.
didn't go crazy. Well, actually, I was yelling a bit. People liked it. People liked it though. They came to me. People told me, they said they were laughing in their car. They were like cheering me on. So like people got a kick out of it. They had fun. We tried to give a review of the game, and I liked hearing from the people who said, you know what, I wasn't going to buy it because of the outrage mob. You guys convinced me to buy it, and I love this game. So that was good news to me. Like we're getting people to try games and play games. I think it's a good game. So we'll be talking a little bit more about Dragon's Dogma tonight, maybe as well as, like I said, Stellar Blade. But John, if people want to, someone's fire alarm is going off.
Is that Matt?
It could be not Matt. Me. I hope it's not mine. It sounded like yours.
I don't think I have a fire alarm down here.
No, smoke detector.
Smoke detector.
That usually means the battery.
Yeah, the battery is going on. Mine always does it in the middle of the fucking night. Every time. So, John, if they want to support us, though, because you can support us at videogameoutsiders.com, you get bonus shows in the entire back catalog of almost 20 years. How do they do that?
That's right. Go to our website, videogameoutsiders.com. There is a red premium button. Go ahead and click it, lick it, slam it. Whatever you need to do, go to the next page and sign up and go premium. It is $1.99 a month.
Come on now.
Is it you? You're going to have to get a ladder out and pull that shit down.
What? Matt.
Is it me?
Not me.
It can't be me.
All right,
I hear it coming through my headphones.
Go to videogameoutsiders.com.
It's going to go on the whole show, guys. Get ready.
Go premium.
Mystery. Stay tuned. We're going to find out who was the idiot.
It's John. It's got to be John.
It's not. No. The battery truthfully, the battery down here is pulled out on this one.
That's not good.
But there's some at the top of the stairs, though. Anyway, all right. Go to videogameoutsiders.com. That is our website. Go premium. It's a... All right. Matt, seriously, dude. What?
John's laughing because it's fucking his.
No, it's not.
Hey, guys. No. Hey, Game Vet. It's not me, right. Okay? I have good ears.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. Go to videogameoutsiders.com. I do,
unlike you, John and Matt.
Go premium.
Fucking smoke alarm is going off. We have to pause the show. This is going to be bad. This can't happen the whole show.
It's $1.99 a month. Once you go premium, you unlock our entire back catalog.
Click the button.
What?
That's it. You took too long.
Go premium. You unlock our entire back catalog of almost 20 years and all the extra stuff we do every single week. We do John's show.
That's startling me. It puts me into panic mode. I'm like a fight or flight person. I'm like half out the door. I'm half out the fucking door when that shit goes off. I'm not burning.
Matt, seriously, dude.
John is laughing because it's him. I know it. He wouldn't be giggling like this.
Because it's so stupid. But Matt, you...
John, you wouldn't be laughing if it wasn't you. I swear.
I can't do this.
Matt.
I'm going to go upstairs. You do your thing. I'm going to go upstairs and see if it's me.
All right. Go to videogameoutsiders.com.
It's got to be John. Mute your mic, Matt. Yeah, if it still happens, we'll know it's John.
Right. All right. Go premium. You get all of our extra stuff.
It just happened and he left and muted.
His mic's on. I saw his fader move, by the way.
Thank you for subbing, Mad Max. Yeah. Well.
All right. And also, go grab our app. It's totally free. iOS or Android. Search for Video Game Outsiders. All right. Okay.
There's some yelling going on in the Bradford household right now.
Oh, really?
His wife is like, I told you to change that last night.
Right. Well, he's buying off-brand expired batteries.
No, I get the 10-year ones. I can't stand it. I'm not getting up on that ladder. All right. Well, let's talk about some stuff. Let's see. I have to remember to work in everything bagel.
Right. Is Matt back?
Is that you, John? Did you really make this poor guy go get yelled at by his wife because of you?
What are you talking about?
Why are you giggling like a guilty? You only giggle when you're guilty. It happens whenever it's you and you just sent Matt on a fucking scavenger hunt in his own home.
No, Matt, what happened? What did you find out?
Hello?
Matt, Hi. What did you find out?
It's not me.
It's John.
Are you sure?
It's John. Yes. That's why he's laughing like a little bitch.
What
John,
do you mean it's me?
It's you. That's why you're laughing. Not. You just made Matt get up for no reason. Did you have an edible? Yeah,
no,
I agree
did
about
not.
you. Did you have an edible?
I'm literally drinking non-alcoholic beer, and there's no edibles.
Listen, it's not me. It's John.
Okay.
So John needs to get up.
I don't know what to tell
around,
you. What?
Go yell.
What do you mean, go yell?
Go yell. Did you have a wife and kids? Yell.
Yeah,
why?
Just yell. What is that
just
beep?
Yell. Turn the beep off.
It's not me. It's not me.
It's you, John. I hear it coming through your mic when Matt got up and muted.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No, I don't think so.
I think given that I'm not part of the equation anymore, Michelle isn't part of the equation
How are you
anymore.
not? I'm not part of the equation.
Who is that?
In your background, John. It's you. That's why you're laughing. And who wants to listen to this? They're listening to a gaming podcast, and there's some guy giggling about a smoke alarm going off. What the fuck is happening?
It's so funny.
We gotta push through unless we figure it out.
I don't want to listen to this shit the whole time. Every time it goes off, I'm like, holy shit. I gotta get out of here. This isn't funny. Is this how sad your life is? This is amusing to you?
Michelle, this is an everything bagel. This is an
everything
bagel situation.
This is an everything bagel situation right now.
I'm telling you. Listen, I run a tight ship around here. There's no...
You clearly don't. All right?
No, I do.
You clearly don't. Your wife and daughter should sit you down.
I got Amazon subscribe and save batteries. Don't fucking tell me how to fucking maintain...
You have an unsafe home. You have an unsafe home. You know what?
No.
Growing up, my dad always made sure the batteries were up to snuff. All right?
Yeah,
what are you doing for your family?
I've got fucking combination smoke and carbon monoxide detectors. I buy the fucking Nighthawk. Do you know about the Nighthawk? Do you know anything about the Nighthawk carbon monoxide detectors? And you're going to tell me, okay?
I'm going to tell you your fucking smoke alarm is going off. Take care of it. We're trying to do a podcast here. This is an everything bagel right now.
This isn't everything bagel.
No.
It is.
No.
Fox says it's all to promote your new line of batteries. Battery as fuck. Yeah. CC Game says, John, be a man, change the battery. I agree.
There's nothing to
be
fucking
a man,
change.
John.
Is someone
be a
playing
man. That's a man's
basketball
job.
on your wooden
I'm not
floors?
getting up on that ladder. You do the trash. You change the batteries.
Yeah, exactly,
I'm
Badger.
cooking
I got
the
fucking
pie.
Asus and Acer gaming RGB smoke detectors down here.
Okay, you're giggling because you know it's your smoke detector and you dropped the ball by not changing the battery.
No, I
you
didn't.
probably
It's
have
not
none
me.
Of that. Go pull the battery
listen,
out.
I already. Do you even know
It's
what a fucking Nighthawk
you.
is, Michelle? Do you?
It's you, John.
No, you don't.
It's you.
You're gonna sit here and come
Go
here.
pull the fucking
and
battery out of it.
Yeah.
John, here's a tip. You don't have to replace it right now. Just pull the battery out. How about that? So we don't have to. It's not me, Krell. Trust me. It's not me. I have ears.
Are you sure,
okay?
Michelle? Like,
I'm
are you?
sure.
Did you
I'm
check?
sure. I am 100% sure over my dead fucking body. Okay? It's John. Have you not heard the way he's been giggling the whole fucking time? I also have a dog who would be losing her mind if this shit was happening right now. Okay?
Yeah, exactly. Crazy. Michelle doesn't know what a Nighthawk carbon monoxide detector is.
I do.
Or even
okay,
the
I grew
fact
up
that
with a
there's
crazy
combo.
mother. I had a fucking carbon monoxide detector in every room.
Me too.
Okay?
I have probably
you
4
almost
of them
killed
in this
your
house.
family with your
Still don't mind Coke
stove.
on my
Okay?
keyboard.
I know. Listen, that was a
you have
wake-up
wood
call.
burning stove. Yeah, you almost killed your whole family, and now you're trying to kill them again
no,
with
I
the battery
didn't.
thing.
I did
So
have
go
the fire
take care of
department
it.
here in the middle of the night, though.
Oh, did you hear that? It just got louder because he was closer to it. Can
What?
you yell
No.
at your wife? Can you call her on the phone? However you guys communicate.
No,
Can you
there's
text
nothing.
Her?
There's nothing going
What
on.
are you talking about?
Let's just
You have a
fucking
smoke de-
what?
Okay,
What?
we're not doing the
What?
whole show with this fucking beeping. It's been
There's
16
nothing
minutes. We're still talking about
happening.
beeping. Who's going to fucking listen to this podcast?
All right, listen. All right, we got to talk about. All right, listen. We're gonna do our 10-second spotlight, which is the part of the show.
John planned this. He probably put an old battery in his smoke detector to try to be entertained.
I didn't.
This is
did
one
not.
of your meanest things yet, John.
Yeah.
Just,
No.
This is so
All right,
bad.
now listen.
Wake up to this.
Okay.
You're
I
going to
can do
hear a
it.
man burning
I'm
live
not
on
gonna
air.
take notice.
What?
Every
All
time
right,
it goes
Michelle.
off, he giggles because he hears it loud at his house. Like,
No, it's not. Listen.
Yeah, trust me.
Okay, listen.
Yeah. What?
Subscribe and save batteries. That's how serious I am
well,
about
you know what?
this.
This man is so
I
poor
don't
he
see
can't
any
afford good
evidence
batteries.
of
Please
either of
support
you.
us.
Okay.
It's not
All
a
right?
soundboard. I can hear it echoing crafty through his
I
mic. It's
want
definitely
to
not a soundboard. Support us on VideoGameOutsiders.com. I guess we're going to push through the show because John is a bad husband and father and can't keep batteries up to par
I don't
at his own
know what
home.
you're talking about.
So,
all right,
we're
all right,
going to
go
push
ahead,
through.
Matt.
We're going to push
Yeah.
through.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right.
So, yeah, I did play the new Path of Exile League Necropolis. It's actually okay. This is so fucking stupid. Wish.com batteries. I agree with that.
Path of Exile.
It's a
Eve
good.
Acropolis.
I like Path of Exile. It's a good ARPG. I play every season. Okay, now this league has a lot of quality of life stuff. You also get your own graveyard, so you can find like different ways to craft. I haven't figured it all out yet, but you bury bodies and you line them all up. What are you laughing about now? I want to bury the body of my co-host right now. You bury bodies in the graveyard, and then you hatch a piece of armor, from it, basically.
Wow.
Yeah.
Depending on the different things you put in the grave, okay? So, other than that, like, I don't really like my build just yet. I can't talk about this fucking game. This guy's got a smoke detector going off. I can't do it. I can't do it. I can't do it. Playing Path of Exile.
It's not
probably one of the best games
honestly,
ever
it's not me.
created.
I want to enter this. I want to enter this as evidence.
John. He's probably changing it right now.
No, I'm
You're
right
gonna hear
here.
a ladder. Okay.
I'm right here. What are you talking about?
John,
Everything's
if you don't
fine.
admit it to you, we'll just take a break and
My
it'll
blood
magically
pressure
fix
is
itself.
probably
It's
very
not
high
me,
right now.
okay?
John, it is
What?
you. It is
No.
you. It is
No,
you.
it's
you,
not.
John. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to have to break this to you. It's you.
right.
It's you.
All right, well,
It's you.
All right.
It's coming through my
listen,
headphones, not my
I'm
house.
really interested in this PoE discussion.
I don't think you are. I think Path of Exile is for people who know how to change a fucking battery, John. That's what Path of Exile is for. You have to know how to change a battery. You can't even change a battery, okay? So this is not a game for you. I can even hear it echoing in your basement, okay? I know
right,
that's
it's
you.
not. No.
It is. And you just set
very
this poor
insulated down
man
here.
up around his house.
If this
to go
basement was
up there and
echoey,
ask his wife
I
what
wouldn't
was
be able to
going on.
record music the way I do down here. Not
Yeah.
true.
All right. Well, yeah. So check out Path of Exile. I'll be playing a little bit here
John,
and there.
if you need to go to the washroom, in quotes,
Yeah.
Yeah.
fix this
Exactly.
without
if you're
admitting
having a
fault.
bellyache without
That's
admitting
fine.
it's your fault.
That's fine.
It's not
Just
me.
say you got to go to the bathroom.
Yeah,
If it
this
fixes
is an
itself,
everything bagel going on right
fine.
here. I warned you guys at the start of the show we'd be having
All
some
right,
everything bagels,
go on.
and that's
Continue.
what's happening.
Continue.
All right. I also mentioned last week that I saw Dune 2 and I was listening to the audiobooks and that I was poking around for Dune games. And so I saw Game Pass just added Spice Wars. I wanted to mention that if you're a Game Pass subscriber, people seem to like it, but I actually saw one that was rated even better on Steam called Dune Imperium, John. And it has really good reviews. Yeah. It's based off a board game, which I have never played. Okay. Now, have you ever played a game for like an hour, but you had no clue what you were doing? That was my experience with this game. Yes.
So what did you do?
I don't know. I do not know.
Are you a Fremen?
Okay. You are
like,
Paul,
what are you supposed to do?
Taking control of Arrakis, and you have you can like get different faction powers with like. Matt, I have no clue. I played through the tutorial. It made me feel dumb. I was confused, but I kind of liked it.
But you play this after you saw the movie,
exactly. That's why I liked it. Like I understood the characters, okay. I understood the factions. Gotcha. I knew what my goal was, but it's like set up like a virtual board game, and people really say like the real life board game is good. So yeah, but
This is crazy.
It's crazy elaborate. There's so much depth. Like there were multiple tutorials, and it's kind of one of those games that you have to be ready to learn. Okay. And I just was kind of overwhelmed where I didn't really know what was going on, but I kind of like it. And I feel like if you have played, like people say it's really hard to capture like a board game in a like a digital game. Like it can't be done, but people said they fucking pulled it off here. So,
wow, cool.
Well, it's weird. It's kind of like that Smoke Detector stopped. Did John maybe leave and
hold up?
No, I'm right here.
Oh,
John.
Okay. Nope.
There it goes.
He was muting during my 10-second spotlight, guys.
Right. Okay.
So no, I didn't want to mention it. There's a lot of Dune games out there. This is just another good one, but I don't know. I'm really looking forward to the new MMO, the Survivalcraft MMO that's up and coming. You can sign up to play the beta for Dune Awakening right now, so that's one we'll be kind of following. It's made by the Funcom guys who did the Conan Exiles MMO, so I'm assuming it's going to have a lot of that going on in there. And there's been some previews coming out. So yeah, a bunch of Dune games out there. Like I said, Spice Wars just added to Game Pass, so check that out. But a lot of my time was actually spent playing Scarlet Tower. Thank you, Dr. Killjoy, who gifted me this game on Steam. I appreciate it. It's actually another Vampire Survivors clone. Okay, but I feel like it stands on its own because
in what way?
Well, it has all of these like talent trees within specific characters where there's all these unlockables, and so you pick a character, you pick their passives,
stay with
you
the
pick
character.
They stay with your character. So each character is going to have their own line of progression, and then you can even pick like a race, which will then go over all the characters, so like elves and humans and demons, and then she can level up one of those races, and then you have a different race version of your, priest versus your paladin, whatever it is. So there's all these different ways that you can play around with these characters and races, and they have like crazy skill trees and leveling up. So it has that kind of fun loop to it. It's only $5. So it's going to give you kind of what you want out of like a bullet heaven game, as people call them. But it has
bullet
like I
hell.
said,
bullet heaven? Did you say
people
bullet
call
heaven?
them heaven, yeah.
Oh, because
maybe
hell
that's a little
is
too
just too
aggressive
negative.
these days. It's a little too negative.
It's too toxic?
Yeah, it's
Shut
too toxic.
up. No one is saying bullet heaven.
They
Get
are.
out of here.
They are. They're saying bullet heaven.
They're not.
They're saying it, John. It's an everything bagel.
No.
It's an everything bagel. You know what? Speaking of toxic, I want to bring up this story. Nobody is born toxic, says Journey creators. Okay, that's so distracting. Says Journey's creative director while preparing to launch the kindest MMO on PC. Now, Matt, I know you love Journey.
I love Journey. I do.
The quotes from this article were so pretentious and annoying. When we made Journey, that very person who was teabagging another person in Call of Duty was suddenly posting on our forum to say, for that person I was playing with, I'm sorry I had to go. My mom called me for dinner. That's the same player who was a nasty person in another game. So I realized that nobody's born toxic. It's all really just the environment we formed. When given so much power to affect those around us, it's as if we revert to some primal baby state, seeking constant social feedback for good or ill. There's so many things currently wrong with how the internet was designed. I mean, they go on and on with these quotes about how it's not your fault you're toxic. Blame the game and the game design. We are cultivating an anti-toxic environment.
As a person.
Now, I know it did, Matt. I really know it did, because I went and took a glance at some Journey reviews on Steam. I couldn't believe what I saw. People acting like it was a Craigslist missed connection. I will never forget you.
I bonded so hard with the guy I played with. Like, he was like,
Oh
I wanted to meet him in real life. We played that whole campaign over one night.
Well, then, Matt,
and I just felt like I found my brother.
You got to check this out. This is an upcoming Journey created MMO, I guess.
Don't be toxic, Matt.
That's right. So, you know what? I think I was born toxic, though. There's definitely some DNA going on with some toxic shit. It's also just if you're from the tri-state area, you're going to be a little mouthy. But yeah, no, so Scarlet Tower was cool. Thank you, Dr. Killjoy. Once again, I do appreciate when people gift me games on Steam. You can add me Coastal Michelle, and I will always talk about them, unlike John. Because, John, you got Deep Rock Galactic as well, and you haven't. Did you thank that guy?
I did. On Micro, yes.
Okay. Well, he may not listen to Micro.
Okay, here we go.
All right, thank him.
I have this bookmarked. I'm prepared for this, Michelle. You know, you and I talked about this.
I know. I just want to make sure we thank people when they're kind enough.
Okay, here we go. I'm going to thank again.
Hold on. Can you change your battery, though?
Are you ready? I'm going to thank Crafty for gifting me Draenus.
Thank you, Crafty, for gifting him Draenus.
Which I talked about on Micro. Okay. And I want to thank Jacob for gifting me Deep Rock Galactic Survivor.
My friends are addicted to that game, John.
He says, great on Steam Deck. Best wishes, Jacob. Now, Jacob, I will be playing that as soon as the weather gets above fucking 50.
For a deck mode.
Wonderful.
Yes.
Thank you, Jacob. Okay.
Thank you, Jacob. Jacob. The thing is, I will be playing that game. I did play Draenus already. Okay, That's pretty tight. We talked about that.
What is Draenus?
It is very much a Gradius style shmup.
Shmup. I don't like that word.
It's like a serious game. It's not like a drain ass. Like
it's like it's drain ass. Yes.
That's what people are typing in the chat.
Drain ass. It's the title of the episode.
It's like DRAINUS.
Yeah, no,
I don't know any other way to say that.
That's how you spell
drain
it.
Ass.
All right, let's move on quickly before I lose my mind. I know MOBA is a dirty word around here and in some circles, okay? A very toxic place because we can't be toxic. But so you guys know I loved Paragon. A couple of clones came out and finally like the winner has I think been crowned because the other one, Overprime, has been being shut down, and Predecessor is actually free to play now. They just went free to play, and they're out on PlayStation as well. So Predecessor is the winner, and it's out free to play on Steam. And I played a little bit, and it's a third-person MOBA. Okay, so until Smite 2 comes out, it's probably your best bet if you're like me and you like third-person MOBAs with action-style combat. So it's getting some bad reviews because people are complaining about the community. This childish community, these raging nerds, they're all toxic. Listen, shut the fuck up or get some friends. Like, you're in a MOBA. It's competitive. There's going to be raging nerds.
That's what they said about the last Paragon thing, too.
Yeah, like calm down. Okay? It's a video game. You mute them, turn off the chat. Whatever's going on, you don't like their text. They feel bad because they suck and they don't know what they're doing. I don't know. Maybe that's what it is. I love Paragon though, and I'm so happy to see like it back and actually developers that are devoted to this now. The only thing I don't like is it is free and you have to buy a lot of your characters. I think too many of them. So I think like it's great. You have to support it some way. Maybe you could even just do that through cosmetics, but they're deciding to do it where you're actually selling the characters themselves, not just the cosmetics. And so that's a little tricky because if you really want to get the most out of the game, you do have to spend money. It's not just a cosmetic thing. But I don't know. I felt like there were just way too many to buy because I wanted to get in and try some of my old characters. I'm like, oh, they're locked. But check out Predecessor. It is the last one alive for people who have been wanting Paragon back. And like I said, I do like MOBAs. I don't really play Dota or LOL because I don't like that perspective. And at this point in my life, I feel like I'd need somebody to hold my hand and like teach me how to play them. And this one is really easy to play for me. Like, I think it's a good introductory MOBA, and it's just more palatable with the last hits and the jungle and like understanding the lanes when it's in a third person's perspective and that sort of action combat. I think it's a nice like new MOBA for people, but people leaving bad reviews once again because they don't like the community. I don't think that has anything to do with the gameplay. So
now this came out 2 years ago.
Well, it's been in early access and they were charging for it. It just came free to play a couple days ago, and it came to the PlayStation. So
it does have mostly positive reviews. I'm sure the most recent
a little bit.
Yeah.
It's
now here's one of the top reviews. Not recommended. 1,932 hours on record.
Yeah, I have a friend that does that.
Likes it.
Yeah, they play game for 1,000 hours and leave it a bad review, and we're all pick on them. Like, are you retarded? Like, what do you obviously like something about it. Bad game.
There's something here that kept you coming back.
Bad game, 2,000 hours. I found the flaws.
Yeah,
got bored
I
of it
finally
after the
figured it
1,000
out.
hours.
Not good.
Not good.
Not
This is a
good.
bad
I
game.
keep playing.
Gonna keep playing 2,000 hours. Okay,
I'm bored now. It's a bad game.
I'm bored. I've seen everything.
yeah.
Come on. If you can play that much of something and you actually don't like it, then you're brain damaged. Get off it. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Why are you playing
That's
something that
an addiction at
much?
some point.
Okay, it is an addiction. But people said that to me. They're like, "Why'd you play Diablo?"
But the
and all
thing
you
is,
did was
I
shit
have
on
a
it?"
couple of games like that where I left it on.
Yeah.
I have like 1,000 hours.
Well, no, these
Could be
people are
one of those.
actually playing these games, but they just feel so entitled to tell everybody their opinion because they're an expert on it now. They've put in their 2,000 hours, but it's a shit game. It's like, don't play
Right.
a shit game for 2,000 hours. Okay. Because that doesn't seem like I don't know. It doesn't make much sense to me. John, you really have to pull that battery
It
out.
stopped.
No,
It did
didn't.
not stop.
It just went off again. I think you have bad ears. Okay, so yeah, I also played a bit more Dragon's Dogma, still enjoying myself. I'm meaning to talk to my sister about it because she's been playing tons and she really likes it too. So people were wanting me to like do a mini podcast with her and like talk about it. But she's really into it. She says it's doing, she's been waiting for Elder Scrolls 6 for all these years, that she's like kind of getting her Elder Scrolls-ness out of this game. So she's been playing tons of that. She's also playing Skyrim again. So it's weird to play them both at once. I don't know how she does that. So yeah, Dragon's Dogma is fun. I do recommend people pick it up at some point if you like open world RPGs. There was just a little patch to fix some of the stupid things that they did. And there'll be another performance patch coming in the future. So keep an eye on the game. Don't listen to the haters, in my opinion. And I am.
It's an everything bagel. It's all there.
I mean,
I think that's my next.
And the
game.
hate is a nothing burger.
I agree. I agree. Like I said, Matt, the party combat, the pawn system is really cool and unique. You can run into your friends' pawns. You can hire, them, and they can show you where quests are. You can give them gifts. And so it has this, like, you're playing alone, but you almost kind of feel like you're co-oping sometimes. I've run into a couple of people's, and I pick them up on the road, and we play. And then I'm like, hey, I saw your pawn.
I heard performance on PS5 is kind of...
Yeah.
Like the pop-ins like super close. I wonder if I can get over that or if I should wait for some kind of...
I might wait, but I don't know what they're doing on console for performance. But yeah, I mean, the problem is they didn't lock it at 30. So it goes up and down from like 30 to 50 or something. And then it starts to look more jarring to people even on console. So anyway, not to get into that whole debate again. If you want to know about Dragon's Dogma, go listen to last week's episode. Like I said, we had a lot of feedback about it. So it struck a nerve with people in some way. So people saying it's one of their top 5 episodes of all time. I'm like, okay, cool. So check that out last week if you're at all curious about the game. I'm drinking water with True Lemon. John and Matt, I'm very curious about Stellar Blade, or Stellar Ass, as I've been calling it, and all the drama around it.
Stellar boobies.
Okay, I played some stuff.
Do you want to do Stellar Blade first or no?
Do you want to maybe pause and pull the battery out, John?
What are you talking about? It's not
okay,
me.
John.
I don't know why the
It's
fuck
okay
you keep saying
if it's
it's
you.
me.
John,
Fine.
it's
No.
you. You know what? I'm going to mute for the
funny.
rest of the show. Bye.
Okay. I'm muted too. All right. So, all right. Well, then I guess I'm mute too. We'll figure it out for real then.
Oh, see, he can't. He can't keep talking while I'm muted because it's his fucking beep. Do you see this? Yeah.
No.
Bye.
I'll mute too, and we'll get to the bottom. I'm muting.
No,
You could do like
you're
a
not
thing
muting because it's your
scenario.
10-second spotlight. So you talk while I mute. Have fun. You guys
I'm
talk
gonna
about
mute
Stellar
too.
Blade. Tell me
Okay,
how
you
good
know
it
what?
is. Bye.
This is okay.
This is a good idea. This is a good idea, John.
I'm
It
muted.
narrows it
I'm
down.
muting. I'm muting right now.
Why is he muting when it's his fucking 10-second spotlight? Like what?
It's him.
What is he doing, Matt?
It's him. I don't hear
No,
it.
because I thought it was a
I
good
don't hear
idea.
it.
You have a
it's
good
not
idea.
a good idea. I'm going to mute so you can do your 10-second spotlight.
If I mute,
okay?
you mute. Okay, go ahead. I'm
You
mute.
should. No. Okay. It's his time to talk. I just talked. So I'm going to mute so he can do his 10-second spotlight. And you guys can continue
Michelle
to hear
will
the
mute.
beep.
Michelle will mute.
Okay, there you go. I was muted.
No,
Okay?
you weren't.
Not
John.
for long
I
enough.
heard you
Success.
breathing in the background.
Success. No,
Yeah.
Michelle, you
Okay.
had a really good idea. We should mute. I agree.
No.
We just figured it out.
You
It's
should
not
do
me.
your 10-second
It's
spotlight,
not
you
you.
obstinate bitch.
It's Matt.
What is your fucking problem?
It's not me.
Matt just went upstairs and got yelled at by his wife
proved
because
it was
of you.
fucking Matt because I'll mute again. Here we go.
He's not muting. He's pulling his mic away
We
from his
haven't
face.
heard it.
I
If
can
you
hear
mute
him.
and we
I'm
don't
gonna
hear
mute
it,
right
that
now.
means you're guilty.
Yeah, it's probably a soundboard. Yeah, it's probably
John,
a
if you're
soundboard.
muted and we don't hear it, that's
He's
not good
giggling
for
because
you.
he's up to something. People like making me angry. This is what I've realized in my life. Apparently, I'm fun when I'm angry. Oh, let's have a little fun tonight. You know what we're going to do? We're going to piss Michelle off.
Okay, there it is. All right,
there it is. There it is. There it is. Let's keep talking about this beat.
I'm turning my gain all the way to 0, therefore turning my mic off.
Turn your life all the way to 0, or do the fucking 10-second spotlight.
All right, here we go. So, listen, I had a great weekend playing games. I was bouncing around. I was,
good.
Because Matt, we do this podcast where we talk about games, and last week we talked about a lot of games. Maybe the biggest show we've ever done. I think we've been saying, right?
In history, I think. Yeah.
But so I've been enjoying those games. I've been going back to Rise of the Ronin. Now, Matt, did you play that at all or look into that?
I have my opinion on that game is
I was muted and you just heard the beep, and it's not a soundboard because he definitely would not have done that during his own thing. I was just muted and it just beeped. Okay?
Okay.
So have fun.
All right, Matt. Okay, and so Rise of the Ronin, Matt, did you try that one yet? Or I
have not yet. I was going to say that it does not look appealing to me at all.
Oh, well, it's an open world Ninja Gaiden style.
I feel like I've played like better games. I don't.
Okay, Matt.
Be like
there's a glider. Are you aware that there's a glider and a grappling hook?
Yeah. Now I am, but that doesn't change my opinion.
Right.
No. Look, hey, if you're having fun with that's great. But I've played so many of these samurai Assassin's Creed games. This does not look like it's going to be better. So
I like the open world aspect of it. I played it over the weekend again. I got my own house now that I'm decorating. Which
can you actually decorate it, or do you like
you
collect
can
little trinkets from each
No,
quest?
you can decorate it. I have I put armor on a dummy, like a mannequin in my little house.
Yeah, your little armor display.
I'm displaying like a sword in there. Yeah. I sat down and had tea with a guy in my apartment.
Well,
and now we're good friends.
Is he your roommate or
no? He's just a friend.
Does he live in your house, John?
No, he's just a guy I met in town.
And he just comes into your house and you have tea with. I mean, hey, you live your samurai life. I'm just wondering what the situation here.
I've been muted. It's still going off. So you're either soundboarding.
I know.
I
already proved to you it's not me because I was muted here. I'll mute again.
No. You're soundboarding because it would be going off at a timed interval of either a minute, 5 minutes, and then it would
I'm coming
die.
back. First of all, I don't have a fucking soundboard. Okay,
it would die.
I don't. No.
Okay, so you don't have a soundboard.
Right. No.
Okay, tell me right now. You promise on the stake of this podcast, this beep is not coming from your dwelling. You promise this right now.
That beep is not coming from any smoke detector in this house, so I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
So it's a carbon monoxide detector.
It's not coming from the carbon monoxide
really?
detector.
It is. It is.
No, it's not.
It is.
No, first of all, I have the Nighthawk carbon monoxide detectors.
Your Nighthawk
I have 4 of them. You don't know anything about that.
Tell me that beep is not coming from your dwelling.
No.
I'm going to take out my headphones.
He can't even say it.
I'm going to see if I can hear it from my house.
So Rise of the Ronin, John likes. Matt, you've decided you don't like it.
I enjoy it.
It's interesting. Mm-hmm.
But here's the thing with all these games coming out. Where do you focus your fucking goddamn time? Because, Stellar Blade came out, the demo at least, and the game's coming out. Obviously, Dragon's Dogma. But Rise of the Ronin, it's like a good PS5 game right for me right now, and I do like the kind of exploring aspect of it because Matt, you can like grapple on top of buildings. And
I wasn't listening. I took out my headphones to see if I could see
okay,
what further was.
All right, here we go. All right, so
we
played that.
You, it's him.
And then
don't let him suck you into his.
And then and then also, I did do some deck moding. There was like a window of time where it was kind of nice over the weekend. And I'm still playing that Princess Peach game, and I'm not making any apologies.
That out loud.
I know.
Between that and unapologetically smoke detectors in your house, your wife doesn't want to fuck you.
So Princess Peach Showtime. I'm saying.
See how loud that got?
Yes.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
How weird. Mm-hmm.
What do you mean?
A lot more clear too.
I don't understand. Okay, first of all,
strange.
Princess Peach. Come on, chugga, chugga, chugga. Let's go, Princess Peach.
I like this stupid game.
It's not a challenging game though, is it?
It's not a challenging game. I think it's for teenage girls, and
so challenging for you. Yeah,
but it's a really good, cozy, chill game. And I've really tried on a lot of fabulous outfits. At one point I was a detective, Matt. Yeah, I've been a swashbuckler.
You have a bleeping battery, hidden annoying smoke alarm, beep prank joke gag sound in your palm of your hand, according to Crafty. That's what he says. That's the type of person you are. You actually bought a smoke detector beep.
Okay, first of all, I will mute my microphone. I don't know what you're talking about, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Now, now listen. So, Matt, this is a game you might want to check out.
This guy got this at the tractor store where he buys his roosters to put on his porch. He saw this. He's like, this would be a great gag to piss Michelle off.
Glow-in-the-dark chicken, for one. Okay.
Exactly.
This looks like a great thing to buy,
Crazy.
by the way,
this is not me. I am on top of my smoke detectors and carbon monoxide detectors.
No, fuck
I'm on top
you
of
don't
it,
even know what brand you have. You don't know a kitty from anything.
I know my fucking brands, all right?
No, you
don't.
do.
And I buy 5 to 10 year batteries on them. Thank you very much.
Okay, I buy ones with sealed batteries, Michelle. I buy sealed battery smoke detectors. Do you not understand this?
You almost killed your whole family with your oven, okay?
No.
Don't talk. That's not going to happen on my watch.
Okay, no.
No, that's not going to. I've got radon detectors, crazy. I got it all. It's not going to happen on my watch.
Okay,
John's a murderer.
No, okay. All right, so this Princess Peach game, really outstanding. Like,
really?
I'm just trying
to think
of
all...
all...
Are you sure it's not just the Nintendo juice that you're jizzing over this game where you flutter around in ice cakes?
Ice skates, yes, I did. There is ice skating in
cakes.
it. There's also I did decorate cakes. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
But Michelle,
is it a platformer,
spoken
John?
like a man who doesn't change fire alarms.
There is absolutely platforming, but some of the levels, like the detective level for one, I had to solve a pretty tough mystery.
Like put a red key in the red chest, something like that?
It turns out that these guys, they took this mural.
What?
Yeah, they took a mural. A really big one too. Well, that's the weird thing, and it turned out the cops were in on it. That was a surprise. One of the cops, and in the end, in the end, the mural was there. They just put a curtain over it. So I found it behind the curtain. It never actually left.
That is a big mystery.
So it took me a while to figure it out, though.
Yeah, it's not shocking. You can't even figure out there's a smoke detector going off in your own fucking basement.
No, it's not. Okay, first of all, I guarantee you it's fucking
The beep is coming from your dwelling. Okay?
It can't be me. I don't know how to prove this, but
dwelling.
What?
Yeah.
I've taken off my headphones and I can't hear it. It's not me.
Yeah. I have ears. It's not me. That's my answer. I have ears.
I literally turned my mic off. I'm going to turn it off again right now. No mic.
It's a carbon monoxide detector. He will not say the beep is not coming from his dwelling. He can't even say it. He won't say it.
There it goes again. Okay.
There it goes again.
No, you just went away from the mic.
No, I turned the mic down.
No, you didn't. I was muted.
I don't have a mute button for one.
He talked to his wife.
I have a fucking hardware mixer. Okay.
Get out of here.
All right, so let's talk about this game. Now, this game is a real. Okay, actually, I want to thank Phil real quick.
Oh.
Now, it turns out that Phil, not Sony, not Jim Cryan, gives and supports the community of a PlayStation game more than anyone else. Jim Ryan never gave me 10 free show packs.
Jim Ryan wasn't a desperate loser like Phil.
So Phil, over the weekend, gives everyone 10 show packs. That's worth, like, I don't know, $10 at least. Mm-hmm. And I opened them up, and I got some baseball players. But that's... What? I don't remember who I got, to be honest. But they, so I don't know. I've been playing the show. I do like it. I think I take it for granted now because it's on Game Pass. I have to fully admit that. I haven't spent any money on stubs, which I used to do all the time religiously. And maybe because I'm getting free packs all the time, because they're giving away packs now on the show. They gave away some billing thing, and they did some Easter egg thing over the weekend. That was kind of cute, where you find like these jelly beans.
It's louder when he's talking. Isn't that weird?
Okay.
Yeah, it's interesting.
So I played the show.
On, John.
Now, and then I do want to talk about a really important game called Duranko Wonko. And
Duranko Wonko. I've been looking so far for. Okay, yeah.
All right, Duranko Wanko. Could be Wonko, could be Wanko. I'm not really sure how you say it. It's DAR. Okay. Matt, you writing this down?
I'm writing it down for the show notes. Go
ahead. All right. It's DORONKO space capital WANKO. Okay.
Yeah.
Duranko Wanko.
Duranko Wanko.
Is that what
okay, now
somebody from Australia calls it when they beat it? Sorry, that's the best I could do right now.
Now this game.
I'm gonna go Duranko now.
I was gonna give my Duranko.
All right, now
Wanko.
listen to this. Now this game is completely free. Okay.
Wow.
It's published by Bandai. It's published by Bandai Namco. Mm-hmm. It's very charming. Okay. And
my God, John, what are you doing?
And here's the setup. This family adopts a Pomeranian. Okay, which is a dog. Right?
Yeah, I know that. Thank you. Timothy Doom in the chat. Why not change the battery? Tim, I know. I've been saying this.
It's not fucking me.
You know what? Not change it. Just pull it out. Just get rid of it. Just throw it away. It'll stop beeping.
Okay, so this family adopts a Pomeranian, and lovely family, very excited.
Really?
And so the wife wants to celebrate the fact that they have this dog. And so the wife stays home with the dog while the family goes out to get party supplies, okay? Right. But it turns out the wife is
the stepson comes in.
Quite an alcoholic and passed out drinking wine.
Oh.
And
what? With a new puppy in the home?
Yeah. So she passed out drinking wine, and now you're playing this dog who basically has to destroy the house. That's your job.
Yeah,
and
it's payback.
And so you roll in ink and mud, and you could splash it around, and there's all these little puzzles and secrets in this house. Works great with a controller.
What kind of puzzles? I'm legit interested. Like what kind of?
Okay, so to finish the game, you have to find these 12 hidden things that will only be revealed when you shake the dog's muddy body everywhere. Okay?
Yeah.
And as you're doing this, as you're unlocking those little hidden things, the house is starting to like reward you, right? Like by placing boxes in certain places that would allow you to platform into areas you couldn't before, which would then reveal another one of these secrets. And and then there's like strategic fans in the house that you have to like spray the paint on the walls, and there's a hidden thing there that reveals. There was a train in the kids' room that was missing wheels. I had to find the wheels, bring it to the train, which then collided down a wall, which revealed a new secret area. And then I went downstairs and I destroyed their wine cellar. And then it turns out these people are Satanists. There is So I went in the basement and shook my muddy body down there. And it revealed.
Are you making that up? Does it
no, I'm not. I'm not making it up.
You said this was a nice family. Now it's an alcoholic mother. They're about to sacrifice their own Pomeranian.
Yeah. So you go in the basement and there's candles around the floor, and then you shake your mud and it reveals some satanic looking symbol that they made up.
No,
I swear to fucking God, I'm telling you the God's fucking truth. I swear to God.
And now you're lying about your games. Is this an April Fool's thing?
No, April Fool's was yesterday for one. I bought a Corvette. But listen, I'm telling you the truth about this, okay? And then at some point, so when the game starts out, the mom is in the kitchen and she's like passed out at the counter. And then at some point, she's able to get up and she gets in the bedroom and she's just asleep. But you're still destroying the house. So,
John,
but it's all because of the wine.
You're going to have to turn that battery off. You gotta go pull it out.
But here's the thing about this game.
It's gonna drive me crazy.
This game is extremely short. I finished it.
I don't want to listen to this beep during this.
But it's completely free though. But after you finish it, you can play it again, and then it gives you all kinds of crazy shit.
Sponsored to play Durango Wanko? Why are you this into this?
Because I like it.
What is this?
What? It's a game made
Simulator 3. Like when my daughter just. Can you just go around the house doing stuff? Would my daughter?
Oh, absolutely.
Don't let your daughter play this, Matt. This sounds very sinister.
Well, okay. There is a dark edge to this with the wife being drunk and the Satan shit. But other than that, I don't know if the kids would pick up on that.
Closer.
I did share it with my daughter, but she's in her 20s.
They're getting ready to kill the dog. It's going to end with them gutting Sipikachu, whatever it's called, but the Japanese do, the dog's stomach. That's what's going to happen. Sapikapoo. Sapikachu's going on. You don't want your little kid to play that.
Right.
They're like, no, don't do this. John, this is bad advice. Yeah. Although I played Leisure Suit Larry at 7, so see what happened to me.
Yeah. But I don't know if a little kid would pick up on what's going on with the wife being passed out. They'll pick up on it when the dog's intestines
are on the floor. Okay, this is not something you want to introduce your children to. Okay, Durango Wanko.
Yeah. All right. So all right, that's it for me. I'm drinking a Partake Pale. All right, Matt. How do you want to do this? Michelle, should we do the Stellar Blade Roundtable right now?
Yeah, I'm very curious about the Stellar Blade Roundtable. John, you have some thoughts about the drama and all that. This is your time, John. It's your platform.
Well, let's kind of set this up just a little bit, okay? What?
This is a nothing burger. This is a nothing burger.
What is a nothing burger?
I agree.
The fake outrage about this game?
The fake outrage and fake, best game ever. On both sides, it's just nothing burgerness.
All right, well, then let's talk about the game. All right, and by the way, what Matt's referring to is that there was an IGN reviewer.
Oh, that thing. Sorry, I didn't read the IGN one. I just meant in general, but yeah. Okay.
That basically said that whoever designed this game had never seen a real woman in his life because this is just some fantasy doll.
But it's video games.
But then they went on to defend Nier Automata because 2B inspired cosplayers, and Bayonetta's okay because it's Nintendo. But for some reason, this is bad. She's just a blow-up doll stripper.
Site? They don't like Koreans.
Maybe.
I think they're robots too, right? From what I could tell.
What's funny to me about all of this, and I said this multiple times throughout the years, and this is literally the game that I was creating this scenario where a Japanese guy likes latex girls, right? This happens to be a Korean guy that likes latex girls, and if that's your fucking vision, that's your fucking vision. It's called art, okay? It's called fiction. You're creating a dimension.
That Stranding dude has a bunch of ridiculously boobed characters walking around with
I don't think she looks that unrealistic. I've looked at her body. I think she looks. I don't think it looks that
here's
weird.
The thing.
Bayonetta looks weirder to me. She has 10-inch long limbs, but that's art
Bayonetta
style.
is cartoony with her giant 5-foot legs.
Right,
but
exactly.
The character in this game was actually modeled after a Korean model.
Yes.
They scanned her, or whatever the fuck they did.
Right.
Her body, not the face.
Was inspired by somebody else, and of course they always mix Western and Eastern faces. So
Quiet from Metal Gear. She's
anyways,
but Matt, they're selectively picking it for this game once again. They're
but
taking
here's the
issue
thing.
For some reason with this game.
This is where we have arrived. Okay.
Yes.
You can't have anyone good looking in a game ever again. Apparently, and if you do, there's something going on.
Okay, but it's the extreme opposite end of that is you can't have somewhat not good-looking girls like in Horizon Forbidden West or MJ in the last Spider-Man.
But that's not their vision. That's the vision of people like Sweet Baby coming in and doing this so they get good reviews from game journalists.
No,
one is actually
it's
a
both
vision
sides.
From the developer.
Okay, all right. If you want to tackle that I will. Because this is my thought about what you just said, Matt, okay? Now, if you want to make some, hockey game with people in wheelchairs, I'll play it if it's fucking great, and that's your vision.
But why are you equating a decent-looking, an average-looking girl with a hockey chair or hockey
But here's the thing. If you have that vision, fucking go for it. The thing that we seem to take issue with on this show is that when you have established franchises with established characters, established looks that have been around for decades, like Spider-Man.
Mary Jane's look has changed
and
every
all of a
single
sudden,
I take issue with it when it's a third-person team, like a third party coming in, and you can read about what they do. They say they talk to the people, and they
all
change.
Over George Lucas's vision. They urinate all over Stan Lee's vision.
If it's
those
the
are
vision of the creator, you can create what you want. When you have a third party coming in saying this isn't right, we need to make it more inclusive.
But they're going after stuff that's been around for decades and is clearly defined. We also don't see
journalists saying this sort of stuff. And we're not talking about right now, we're not talking about gamers being angry. We're talking about mainstream journalism is saying this. And mainstream journalism is writing articles saying the guy hasn't seen a woman just because it's a pretty character. So they're making personal attacks. So I think, when IGN has an article saying the Fable bitch is ugly, get back to me. They don't say that.
And the thing is, the article was completely inaccurate because the guy's wife or girlfriend is like the art director.
Yeah, there's an animator. There's a really beautiful girl that's an animator. He modeled the face
That's like
after.
his wife or girlfriend or something.
I don't see this woman looking that unrealistic. That's all I'm saying. It doesn't even look that extreme.
Okay,
if anything,
but anyway,
I say Bayonetta
truth be told, though,
unrealistic.
Every fucking character. So the setup of the game is that I don't know, something happened to Earth, and you're going down to fucking purge it.
Earth?
I think it is because it rained, right? And she's like, "Oh, rain on Earth."
The first rain on the last Earth, or something like that. To a robot friend, I like her.
Yeah. So you're all these girls in latex are being sent down to purge this shit, and you and you're in latex, and this other girl in latex survive. I'm not going to say what happens really after that, but
right.
And then you're just kind of just stuck on this planet with a lot of really bad monster things, right? And It's very kind of like Souls-like. There's camps that you have. They're kind of like the bonfires.
This is my 10-second spotlight.
No,
what's going on?
This is a round table, dude. So there's camps that are like bonfires, but but there's more to do in them. You can sit down. There's a turntable. You can change the music. You can upgrade your character. There's skill trees for all these different.
That doesn't make
I've
any
heard
sense.
The same people
What's that?
Who did the Nier music?
The music is.
It does feel like Nier a lot.
The music's out of this fucking world. Like the first 10-15 minutes of this demo, and the demo, by the way, is like at least an hour. It's 1 to 2 hours. People say. Depending on, and you can explore too and really spend time in the demo, which I was tempted to do.
And you can play with the skin suit, which makes it much harder. So if you want the game to be hard, you can.
Now I didn't get an option. I didn't get any outfits though. I know that there are some outfits on the level because I've seen people posting some polka dot dress or something, but I never found that. There's a lot of it's kind of a linear world. There is a little bit of platforming, which I kind of liked. It's not amazing, but it's there. Swinging on pipes and stuff to the next pipe, kind of Tomb Raider type stuff. So her abilities, Matt. So the combat is very hack and slash. It's the old dodge parry.
How do you feel about that? So
what?
I like the combat, but I also found that the animations are so long for each attack that I was jamming. I would hit attack and jump, but because the animation's so long, the jump would come a split second after I hit it. Yeah. it didn't feel so responsive to me.
Okay, so I unlocked the teleport, which is I guess a really important dodge in this game, and they made you select it. And so so that was the circle button forward, right? So
yeah.
The beast would be coming at you and he would flash blue. And then there was another flash after that, and then you had to
Yellow.
forward circle, and you go underneath them, and then also the dodge, you had to time that at a certain time and go left, and then everything would slow-mo, and then you could come in and hit him from the behind.
I always like when there's a parry system like that, though.
I know, but to me it's a little cliche. But here's the thing: I got fucking Dragon's Dogma, I got Neo, I got Rise of the Ronin, I got so many games that just have
Sekiro. Some people mention
Sekiro,
with this game.
yeah.
Sekiro.
Yeah,
right.
Ninja Gaiden, there's a gazillion games that do this. So that's my. But I guess there's guns in the game, Matt, that come later.
Oh.
Yeah.
How far did you? So I
finished
got into the city. Oh, good. I did not finish it, but I loved. It seems pretty linear for now, but I still loved the levels. It was in this big city with huge skyscrapers going up around you. Things are crumbling. It's they set a pretty good mood in this game.
They set a great move. I would say that it is linear with little exploring, branching left and right. And
I'm kind of fine with. That's
and so but it is a risk versus reward thing. You'll see a chest that is behind a fence, right? And you're how do I get that chest? And you're there's a hallway here, and then it turns left towards that fence. Totally optional. And then you go in there to go after that chest, and you turn the corner, and there's one of the fucking hardest fucking mini bosses in the level just hanging out by the chest. Right?
Right.
There was one with a fucking shield that was fucking bullshit. And by the way, you will yell at this game. It does get pretty fucking hard. And the last boss is a bitch. But so there's those risks versus reward things. And then you beat that guy with the shield, who is a fucking asshole. And then you get to the chest, and then the chest requires a passcode that you don't have.
So that's somewhere hidden in the level,
right.
probably, right?
And then you go to the bonfire or the camp, and it resets that guy, and then you got the code.
That sucks.
Right?
That's a shit move.
Yes.
There must be an option to save your game but not reset, not heal yourself.
I don't know. I was every time I reloaded or died or I always went to this.
You get your stuff back? It's that part of it too? You go back to where you died and get your stats back or something?
I don't think you're losing stats or gear because it's all permanent upgrades, I think. Am I wrong?
Is there any negative to going out and getting killed? There's not you lose your experience?
Not really, because, so on the final boss, he's on the roof of this garage, and there's a camp on the bottom, right? And every time he killed me, I just spawned in the camp, and I had full health, full everything. Because as soon as you sit down in that chair, it it refills all your health and your potions and everything.
You weren't losing things you collected that you would have to go back and
but
get.
But what did I'm collecting stats and stuff. I don't.
Souls-like. You're like Souls-like. You're
but sometimes
souls.
Money or experience or something.
You're collecting
like that,
money.
Right?
You're collecting a currency that you can use at the vending machine.
Okay.
But all that stuff was upgrades. I didn't have any gear per se. I mean, you get outfits and shit like hats.
You can do a ponytail length. You told me, which I
yeah. There's an option. There's an option in the menu. It's in the menu. It's not like it's literally in the menu. Like change ponytail length, long or short. But no, that's interesting because I don't remember managing any gear. I mean, there was slots though, but I wasn't
change hair color at some point?
I wasn't. Well, I'm sure you can. I saw people changed her outfit, and I didn't have any outfits.
Okay.
Blade. What's it called? Fucking Stellar Blade. I'm trying to remember the gear slots.
I didn't see any gear slots.
So the people that are shitting on this game are saying, "Oh, no one would care about it if the character wasn't cool or sexy or whatever." Do you guys think it stands alone as a fun
game?
Okay.
No, it's pretty fleshed out, and I have to say that just based on this demo, like it's pretty nice to get a new IP out of nowhere.
That's true
because people just don't take chances anymore. You know, it's usually some bullshit sequel or something. Like this is like a new thing that I suspect is going to be around for a while.
It's cool.
You gotta be wondering about the gear stuff because I don't remember managing all that. Because I would go, I guess there's something that you're putting in your slots that give you buffs, but I wasn't like you're getting like new attack moves and stuff by the skill tree. You know,
I'm sure it opens up a lot after the demo too.
Yeah. And I know that there's more weapons that you get because I read that there's guns that you get later, which does interest me because I'm curious how that would be, you know?
So it comes out at the end of the month. Sounds like maybe both of you are getting it or just you. John, what's going on with that?
Yeah, I guess I'm getting it.
Okay.
I have to say I'm a little concerned about me getting really frustrated and just saying, fuck this game. But
you gotta get good.
That's my concern too. What? So I didn't play obviously as much as John, but it got hard really quick. But I kind of loved the narrowed in focus of it. Like after I come out of Final Fantasy VII, I kind of want to go into a game like this where it's a little more A to B, not as many places to wander off to. So it felt good. The combat felt good.
It does feel good. It feels like something that's been around for a long time. And maybe because they're taking inspiration from so many things.
They probably just pulled systems from other games. Like, who made this? Is it some...
It's a South Korean studio.
But it's not like the makers of something we all know.
No, I don't. I personally don't recognize the other game. I actually looked it up earlier today to see what the studio was. Hang on, I'll tell you in 2 seconds. But they did like some mobile games and stuff. It's Shift Up.
I don't think I've heard of that.
Unless they like blew their wad on that demo and the rest of it shit, like this is a game I would consider picking up.
Library
they did Goddess.
Go right to that library, Matt.
Goddess of Victory, Nikki.
Never heard of that one either.
Defense War Tower Defense, which is a tower defense game with girls. They did Destiny Child, which is a 90s group.
What? Nice. Like the band, Destiny's Child? Beyonce? And what's her sister's name?
Solange?
Solange? That's right.
Lozenge? I don't know. I think Lozenge.
So anyways, for my 10-second spotlight, I'm just going to roll right into it.
Sure.
I enjoyed Stellar Blade. I liked it a lot. Now, I played a game that came out on Game Pass, which I can't tell with you guys anymore if you would either really love this or make fun of me for it. Because your choice of games these days. But I'm hoping you have an open mind. So I played a game called Open Roads, and this is the story.
Yeah,
this is a first person.
No, Matt. You have
view.
Fans it's not
like a panel.
Stuff. Yeah, go ahead.
I know. I'm going to do it.
Yep.
So it's full on like 3D. You're in a 3D environment. You wake up in your room. You're packing up. You don't know why you're packing up yet, but you learn that the gameplay is going to be a lot of picking up items, having memories, talking to yourself, and soon you learn that you're in the house of your recently deceased grandmother, and your mom's there, And Grandma, as it turns out, has a few secrets, a few racy secrets
Grandma.
that lie on the other side of the country in their old summer home. And you found a key in the attic, and you're like, Grandma, were you kind of like a little nasty girl? And I don't know. They don't say that. So they get in the car.
Again. Please never say Grandma.
No,
were you a little
oh my god,
nasty girl?
you played this game?
Yeah, of course he did.
That
This
came
is a
out
Matt
really
game.
badly.
It's an
I saw this. I'm like,
ugh.
ugh.
Yeah, it's a Matt game.
But the animation, look,
like this sort of stuff.
this is
John.
high quality shit. If
It
you're
looks
looking
like,
for a
looks like
cozy game,
Scooby-Doo or something.
First of all, John, you played
But I like
Durango
Annapurna
Wanko.
Interactive.
Okay, so
yeah,
let's
Durango
not...
Wanko.
Yeah.
Listen, those
Grandma
words are going to
was
be a lot of
cam
people's
girl. I
lips
think
soon.
that's the title of the episode.
no, this is going to win an award probably.
Grandma
it's got
was
that
a cam
juice.
girl.
It's got
Yeah.
that indie
I think
juice.
Grandma had a love.
This is
a long-lost
Annapurna Interactive,
love.
John. We like
Yeah.
Annapurna.
She's going to find out that wasn't really
if
her
I can get some-
dad. Yeah.
Maybe, but look, the animation, like they actually do hand-drawn animation scenes, like you can tell from one of the screenshots here. It's great. I thought this would be like flat panel, point and click, but no, this is a fully fleshed out 3D environment. I think it's pretty decent. I mean, it's only going to be a couple hours of your life.
Yeah, I heard it's
Probably
short.
It ends up in like some kind of like weird twisted sex cult, maybe. Who knows?
Grandma.
Who knows
Oh.
what Grandma's been doing?
You know, John, I always think of that story you told me, or I don't know if you told it on air. You were like, one day your grandfather or somebody your grandfather knew, the wife died and they had a new wife the next day or something. That's what I think this is Grandma's secret.
Yeah.
There's another.
Maybe they're connected.
I
Maybe
don't,
those
was it
games
your
are connected.
grandfather? I don't know. John told me this like
So-
haunting story of like these old people that died. The next day he had another wife. He was like, and that happened to somebody up my street too. It's like the guy was waiting for his wife to die so he could go be with his true love or something. So I think Grandma was, Grandma's day out. What did this Grandma do, Matt? Was she slinging on the side?
Look, I don't want to. It's a spoiler-free review, but you read her diary in that house, and that's what sets
happened
you on
with
the road.
Grandma? Come on.
There's a lot of. It's very explicit.
Was Grandma
really
lesbian?
explicit.
The chat wants to know. It's a lesbian game.
You got to
Is that
play the
what it
game,
was?
man. Go find out. Go play it. Open
oh
roads.
my
It's
God. Right.
This
Open
game's on
legs.
Game Pass, by the way.
Open legs, Grandma. Close those.
So this game actually scared me. And
Did
I'm
you
kinda
mention it
weirded
was
out.
on Game Pass? Because I saw
You
it on
did.
Game Pass. Okay.
It is on Game
Yeah.
Pass.
I was hoping you actually bought it.
No.
Now, listen, while we're talking about Game Pass, it's very important to note, besides this game, on April 4th, Little Gator's coming to Game Pass.
Oh shit.
Yeah. Matt, play that with your kids.
I will. They've added Blue's Bluey.
Yeah,
Bluey
okay,
video game
I
in Game
did
Pass.
install that because I don't really understand what Bluey is. what is
Just a
that?
cartoon.
It's a kids show, and
there
apparently
like-
the game is like 4 or 5 year olds. Yeah.
But I don't. Is it like a Dora the Explorer or something? What the fuck is Bluey?
It's just a super. You guys are gonna be like, "Ugh," but it's a super cute show. It's a realistic show. It's just about like they make the parents human. They make the parents kind of idiots, dumb, who make mistakes. It's made by people who actually understand what it's like to be human instead of this like idealized cartoon world.
Right.
I like it. My daughter loves it. It teaches a lot of good lessons.
I mean, I get it.
A lot
When my
of-
kids were younger, I knew all those fucking shows that they watched. But it was
Yeah.
like SpongeBob and Dora and whatever the fuck it was.
It's got some
Comfy couch.
emotional beats in it. Bluey. It's got.
But I
I can see
installed
Michelle
it
just like rolling her eyes in the
because
No,
I saw
love
like.
dogs, so I'll let it fly. But
Well, I
you
did
know.
install it and I played it for about 5 seconds.
Yeah,
it's
I
a
don't think
kid's
it's
game.
for
It's a
you,
full-on
John.
kid's
I know, but it's just I like to
But
know
then
what's
again,
going
you're playing
on.
Princess Peach right now, so
I like to know what's going on. It's okay.
Sure,
Must be in the zeitgeist.
sure.
What?
Yeah, you know what you
Must
should
be
be
part of
doing
the
instead of
zeitgeist.
playing Princess Peach, changing
What?
the battery in your smoke alarm.
Okay. Just are
I
we
need
gonna
your,
keep
I
doing
need your
this?
opinion on this, guys.
Go ahead.
So I wanted to. I always scour the Steam demos before the show. Like, what can I find? I found one called Face Miner. I'm like, oh, cool. It's a computer screen that you pretend it's yours, and you're logging in. And like, this is a voyeur game. I'm in.
Yeah.
So I downloaded the demo, and for 5 straight minutes, all the game was like testing my ability to recognize faces
Oh,
on a fake game within the computer. And like there was nothing else than that. And I was doing this for 5 minutes. I'm like, what? Like, what is the point of this game? I'm not accruing.
Why are you drawn with these fake
yeah,
desktop
he loves
computer
this
games?
Voyage thing. It's some sex thing.
I
I
love
think he
this
wants to
voyeur-
tie like
It's
a
like
plastic bag
it's like
on
here's
his
a
head and watch
computer
somebody
that's
through a
not
window.
yours. Go ahead, go nuts.
But I love those movies too.
There's
a genre of movie that takes place all on a computer screen. Like there's something so intimate about that.
I don't like going through other people's things. I feel bad. Matt's like jerking it while he's going through a drawer. Like, oh my god.
So look, I don't. I did not like. I played for 5 minutes. Like, this is a waste of my time. And then like there's nothing about this game. I don't know who made it. Like, I don't know if I've just been like tested by AI. I don't know if this has been like
you're in a system. Yep.
I'm in a system like this. Yep. This one's good at clicking faces. Like, let's tag him for future reference.
I mean, is it about recognizing faces? Because I'm very, very good at that. Like, I will not forget a face, and I can know who this face is, even if you change anything.
You don't even have to remember faces. It's just like there's a bunch of pictures. Like, is this a clear image of a face? I'm like, yeah, it is. And I did that for a long time before I realized.
Yeah, you've got a crypto miner on your computer. You might want to.
Yeah, I might
check that out. Yeah.
Boop, 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 boop. Okay.
Cool virus scan.
Yeah. So aside from that, Dr. Pepper. I'm playing a shit ton of Final Fantasy Rebirth, by the way. I'm like 90 hours into it. And this game is no business being as huge as it is. They're like, just when you thought you had 23 mini games, here's a whole ocean here's a boat in an ocean just to go exploring in. You're like, all right, I guess we'll do that now. And it's just so much content in this thing. It's incredible.
So you can really play it for 100 hours if you want, probably.
Yeah, it's there's endless content in this thing. It's crazy, and it feels every side quest has like a really good ending, a really good cutscene. Like nothing feels just tacked on. Everything has a huge production value to it.
But you were complaining about that last couple weeks ago. You said
it
was too much.
The dialogue. You said the dialogue was like turning you off.
And I was like, but Matt, that's what people want. It's Final Fantasy fans want this, and now you're kind of changing the tune. Is it paying off?
No, I still like race through it. Like I read it. I race through it because they do talk at a very slow pace and say a lot they don't need to. But I'm getting into the characters now.
To town.
They don't sound like that.
And get some basil.
We need to change.
It's an everything bagel of a game.
Yeah, it's an everything bagel. Yeah, that's an improper use. You can't just call a game that. John, did you use everything bagel yet? You have to use it during the news. You didn't use it.
I think I've used it.
I don't think you used it. Here's an everything bagel for you, John. Putin wants Russia to make its own gaming console. I think you were excited about this and wanted to talk about it.
Okay, I'm only excited about this.
Okay.
Because this is a massive country, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we've got Japanese consoles, we got an American console. Why not have like a Russian console, a Chinese console? Don't you think it would open up the world and just broaden our gaming horizons? I mean, like if you look at Steam, you don't think so? I mean, look at Steam though. Like Russian was like the number 3 language on Steam.
Mm-hmm.
I think it makes complete sense.
And that correlates with them needing their own console?
Well, okay, what if they do something really creative? Like maybe it's powered by like vacuum tubes.
Well, I mean, the whole story with Russia and Tetris is actually interesting. There was that documentary on Apple TV where, but...
So there's been Russian... Yeah, exactly. I want a weird Russian, like, Steam-powered console.
It has a cloud gaming network.
What would we call it? I feel like this is a joke.
The Ruski.
Good setup for a joke. The Tsar Station?
The Tsar Station.
What? Nintendo Tsar. Okay, I'll get back to you guys.
Yeah. Homeless says it'll be a sweet spyware bundle you can get.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
How about tweet us with your best name for a Russian
Sorry, so
console.
there was a console called the Dendy.
Mm-hmm.
But it's literally an NES clone. So they just ripped it off and gave it a weird name. So they've never made a console?
Is that shocking? Is every country...
Yes, because that is a massive country with unlimited resources.
They like computers.
Yes.
They like computers there.
I think that's true.
Yeah.
I think they had to, right? Because that Tetris movie.
Mm-hmm.
All I know from that Tetris movie is that Tetris was made in Russia.
Yep.
Yeah, but that's been known forever.
I know, so they had to have had some kind of gaming infrastructure to like make.
So I'm looking here. They have had like Pong type things.
John is excited by this. He's going to get one reviewed if it happens. Don't worry. All right, I've got a bone to pick with you, John.
I like that, but I was thinking about this though for real. Why is it that there's only an American console and 2 Japanese consoles?
When there's people have tried. There's been a ton of people that have tried.
But I'm sure China has some domestic console, but why don't we talk about it or
Italy
hear
and
about
Germany are making cars.
Oh.
Yes.
Cranky's asking what I'm drinking. It's a Dr. Pepper, 0 sugar. I just had to, he asked.
Okay.
All right. So, sorry.
John, I got a problem with you here.
Why?
Your buddy. So the gold rush is over. Slay the Spire and Darkest Dungeon developers say that the big Game Pass and Epic exclusive deals have dried up for indie devs. And there's an article where they go on to say that it was pretty much bad for them, and then they abandoned it. Basically, that whole Epic grab to try to buy exclusivity on PC was shit, and that Game Pass is actually harmful to indie devs as well. And they're just not getting these offers anymore because of it. So what's Game Pass going to do? I don't know if they're getting old games now or whatever. But Phil has been in the news.
I know, this feels a little anecdotal.
There's been... Well, I mean, multiple people have been saying this. Also, the people who did that other game, when I read that tweet a couple of weeks ago, they said,
I think that the Game Pass, though, gives a lot of exposure to indie devs that wouldn't have otherwise gotten it.
I mean, here's another article. Phil Spencer, long cast as Xbox's savior, may be remembered as the man who killed it.
Who killed what?
Xbox.
Yeah, killed it, like slayed it, like, yeah.
Yeah, killed it. There's been some shit coming out about it this week.
Yeah, you killed it, Phil. Yeah,
people are getting mad
baby,
at Phil,
I sure
John.
did.
Phil also says Phil Spencer blames capitalism for games industry woes.
Exactly.
I don't get the luxury of
it.
not having to run a profitable, growing business. He's crying about capitalism, John.
So you can stretch lunch until...
I just heard the beep going off.
Is he complaining about indie studios have a better time because they're less beholden to shareholders?
Okay, Matt, you literally just talked about this open roads game.
Yeah.
And why?
Yeah.
Oh, because of Game Pass.
Because of Phil.
Because of Game Pass.
Because Phil. And Phil also had a talk with Gabe.
And now all of our listeners knows about... What's that? I know.
The conversation.
Yeah, so that's a big rumor. So that was floating around last week about... they posted a screenshot from like some Zoom call.
We know what this is. They're getting a Windows friendly, a console friendly on the PC handhelds.
Something.
Right? They already said they're doing that. So there's probably going to be an Xbox interface on these handheld PCs, and they're probably talking about
Jeff
Game Pass.
Keighley was in that conference call.
Yeah. I mean, look, what's going to save Xbox, the brand, I've been saying this, is getting a friendly like Windows version you can launch on it so you can run Steam. It's the only thing that's going to save their brand. They don't make games.
But here's the thing with Steam, especially with Gabe and SteamOS. Linux.
Right, but you'll be running through Windows.
Because Gabe basically is saying fuck
the
you
next
to them.
Xbox is a handheld PC.
I mean, I would I would like that quite a bit,
Steam,
honestly.
Big picture mode on through the Windows PC.
Yeah, that's fine.
It's a handheld Windows PC you can dock in your living room. That's where they're going. It's the only thing that's going to save Xbox.
Well, it makes a lot of sense, and we've been talking about for at least a year about how Windows is working on a controller-friendly OS. You know,
yes.
a front end.
We know this, right? So I think it's probably related to that and how they're going to work in Game Pass with Steam.
And I'm sure Windows' motivation to make a Windows-friendly, a controller-friendly front end for Windows isn't for ASUS and
right.
You know, and Logitech or whatever the other handheld makers, right?
Mm-hmm.
So. I don't know. I mean, but do they need Gabe, though, for this? They don't need to have a conversation with Gabe. If it's Windows, it's Windows. Gabe can make it. They might
be looking at how big picture mode launches through Windows directly, something potentially with Game Pass, with Steam.
Right.
I mean...
Matt, if there was a Game Pass handheld, would you buy that?
That would be an interesting, very interesting option.
I mean, there already is like the Logitech game streaming device.
Handheld, like you said, you can just like put
a
local
device, a game that runs the games locally, not over the cloud, which it has to fucking be because that's.
But could I dock it with my TV and it would like?
Well, I mean, that would be pretty good, right?
I mean, that's what you can do with the Steam Deck now and the Switch.
But here's the thing, though: do you ever see a day where? Okay, so some brand new shiny handheld comes out and it says, well, I guess they could do that, right? I'm just thinking like where every game has to work on it. Or do they say if it's certified, Xbox handheld certified?
The Trojan horse for Xbox is Windows. Yeah. If they don't use that to their advantage, everyone at that company is
But we were saying
damaged.
that at the beginning of this podcast when the first Xbox came out, all I could think was, there's Windows is underneath this. Right? And maybe to some extent that's true, but
instead they released
it's
the
never
worst
shown
PC app
itself.
of any of them.
Well,
they don't even have a front end Windows for things like the Steam Deck, but they're working on it.
Well,
and I
they
think
do
it's going
with the
to
Xbox.
Come.
Xbox has Edge. Xbox doesn't have.
They're going to bypass Linux.
Excel and
even
Word.
though Linux is fine and people who know what they're doing have made it workable and everything is okay with it. It's not what the average user wants. So they need to have that front end controller friendly version of Windows where you can launch Steam, you can launch other stores, and you don't have to be only beholden to the Xbox universe.
And put some other
in
launcher
PC.
in there.
Probably. I mean, you want the freedom of the PC, but if Microsoft can sort of craft something to make it more user friendly for people that, don't know what they're doing.
I mean,
what they're gonna do.
Is it any different than, because like on the Xbox, there's a Uplay launcher or whatever, Ubisoft launcher, right? There's an EA launcher, I think there was. Yep. Would it be any different if there was a Steam launcher in there? Is that any different?
I mean, if that happens, you're really opening up the quote unquote Xbox. This goes back to your question, John. What is an Xbox?
Right.
The Xbox then becomes Windows and you have access to everything, and that's what's going to help them. So I think they should hopefully do some sort of handheld you can dock that gets more powerful in your living room.
And then have a more powerful one.
Have a more powerful one.
And then
that's it.
Maybe like some of the games are certified for the handheld, some are certified for the console, for the living room console. Right. Some are certified for the Xbox stick.
I'm comfortable with that. I don't want to like hamper development of anything. I
no.
want to be like, it just won't work on this. That's fine.
Well, that's kind of like the Steam Deck, right? So Steam Deck has some games that are Steam Deck verified, right?
Yep.
And other games just don't plain fucking work on the Steam Deck. No controller support. You can't get past the screen because the buttons don't work. Whatever. Like you can't read the text because it's microscopic. So.
Like, you'd have to be a special version. They already said that though. They said we're working on a Windows friendly version for handheld small devices.
Right.
And,
see, I'm thinking of like the current like Xbox ecosystem though. Like those games, the games that aren't on PC right now.
Mm-hmm. Well,
they're just
not
console
many.
games.
That's not many though, and that's
as
not
far
the
as
future.
Microsoft first party. You're right because they've been moving everything there.
There's only a couple of games like Unicorn Overlord, or is that not on Xbox anyway? I don't really know.
I don't know.
Or the show, which you can play on PC but only streaming, and that could be the way they deal with that too, John. Like if you want to play the show on PC, you can, but it's only through cloud.
Why doesn't Sony put the fucking show on PC? That would be so great.
Well, Sony's putting everything on PC now. They've already said.
I know, but a sports game you can't put a year later on the fucking PC
because I don't think it's Sony's anymore.
Well, no, the MLB was giving them shit because they're like, you're going to lose the license unless you put that game somewhere else because we're losing money because of you.
Yeah, I mean, all these articles have been coming about how exclusives are risky and not worth it anymore, and everybody's moving on from them. Right,
but the MLB is probably looking at the NFL going, Jesus Christ, Madden's on fucking everything, and we're only on a PlayStation? What are you doing to us? Right?
Nobody wants to be limited anymore, really. By just one thing. So I think Xbox with the Windows stuff, why they were talking to Gabe, when could we find that out? I mean, there's no more E3. There's no more big summer events.
Don't they normally do their own thing, though?
Well, I was going to say, everyone has their own little streaming event.
So we just got to wait for now. And
it's still this season, I think, for announcements.
I want to unpack this article I saw because I guess the Switch is kind of poised to pass the PS2 in lifetime sales, making it the best-selling console. And then
isn't that a factor of how long the thing was out before the next one? And also, there's way more gamers now.
And then Sony came out and said, the number's actually more.
Right.
I think it's a losing cause trying to do that kind of metrics, though. Like, there's so many questions.
So I guess that Sony... here's the story, okay? So I guess in 2012, Sony stopped supplying sales figures of the PlayStation 2.
Probably because they were embarrassing. They were low. They were trickling.
No, that was like the peak of PlayStation 2 or whatever. PlayStation 2 is the best-selling system of all time, okay?
I know, I had one like you.
But Sony's saying the stats, oh, wait a second, the Switch is going to pass us? Actually, we stopped reporting stats in 2012. We actually sold more. We didn't tell you until now.
Just reminding people. That's
but they're literally doing it right when the Switch is about to pass them. Like, What?
So they pulled a girlfriend.
Well,
move,
because the Switch is kind of being a little snooty little brat. Like,
what?
We still and he's
she's
being like, no.
Yeah.
Settle down.
I didn't show you my whole hand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sony was just like, we'll let you think you're big Nintendo until you lip off like this.
Yeah.
And now
I got
Sony's
this
like,
in my
okay,
back pocket for when you piss me off.
Settle down. Yeah.
Right.
So I guess the Switch needed to sell 15 million consoles, to pass the PS2, okay? Which is not a small amount. And then Sony came out and said, actually, we sold 5 million more than we told you about. The number's actually 160.
I'd love if they just went back and forth on this. Like, oh, wait a second. No. We weren't counting Northern European.
Find me some consoles. Find me some purchases.
Find me some consoles.
Yeah, if you get the joke. They're
just buys a shitload himself.
Yeah. I mean,
so Sony added another 5 million to the stat, and they're saying it's actually 160 because we stopped telling you in 2012.
Well, they don't have to tell you. It's all right. They got a little secret. I mean, there's so many more gamers now. It's so mainstream.
Which actually shows you how crazy that thing sold.
Oh,
right?
yeah. I mean, the library on the PS2 is insane.
But the game...
It's not Grand Theft Auto 2.
I think gaming's more fragmented now, though, than then.
Well, yeah, because you had that or what? Like the Nintendo?
Yeah.
What was around now,
There's like three
so
options.
The GameCube.
Like gamers back
PC
then,
gaming
like there
wasn't as
weren't
big.
many older gamers too. It was kind of more a kids thing, and now like everybody's a gamer. You know?
Yeah.
Compared to what, like, so I don't know. Being a gamer was like a weird thing then. Now it's like, oh yeah, I play games.
Yeah, it was like Revenge of the Nerds or something. It's
right.
I like games.
Right. Well, I don't remember being that bad. It was always cool in my house. But yeah, it was like, they weren't like Pat from SNL. Yeah. No.
I like I go home and play video games.
Definitely a little nerdy in like the early PC days, with like the BBS and stuff. My sister met a bunch of people from like her web ring when I was a little kid, and me and my mom drove her to the mall to like drop her off. And she talked to some guy his handle was Ziggy. That's all I remember.
Ziggy.
He had
that
black
cartoon.
trench coat on. I was like, what is going on? So we sat in the car and we watched her.
Web rings are stupid, though. That was like links at the bottom of the site that link to other sites like it.
Yes, but it helped. Having one of the earliest websites out there.
It was pre-search engine.
Yeah, it's how you grouped
No, I
up,
did that.
Oh my
too.
god, that's such a blast from the past.
Yeah,
Kids
you
don't
only
know
have
about
one
web
person on
links.
your website at once.
Web rings. That was like
web rings,
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Where they just list their partners at the bottom, right?
no. It's like so. If you had a website that was about I don't know antique cars.
Yeah, you'd list all the other websites that were part of that.
Yeah, all the other antique car websites. You get to the bottom, and it's like, Hank's Antique Car
then.
World.
Most people were smart. They knew how to work a computer. They probably had some money
They
going
liked
on. That's why
Ziggy.
they had. Yeah, Ziggy might have been a nerd, but he was smart. Now it's every asshole with a cell phone out there going, okay, calm down. Bring back the Ziggies.
I got my web ring. Ooh. It's password protected.
All right, let's get out of here.
I put an exclamation point at the end. You can't figure it out.
I use
Why does she just want to be friends?
My O is a 0.
My O is a 0. Yeah, and
yeah.
I don't use ends.
I have an underscore.
I
before a
remove
number.
all the vowels. I spell words I know and just remove the vowels.
You know, The
can't
Matrix
figure
came
it
out 25 years ago the other day, which is making
Oh my god!
Yes,
And
we're all feeling old.
I saw that there's a some anniversary edition somewhere on Max or something.
Yeah.
I thought that. I don't know.
Well, we got
Unicorn
a lot-
Overlords has sold over 500,000 units.
I know there's a lot of hype around that game.
A lot of
5-hour
bored
demo
people.
out there if you haven't tried.
That game is on deck for the deck.
All right, good. All right, so
Game
John's going to
Informer
go
readers
take his battery out of his
label-
smoke detector.
It's not.
Yeah,
John.
good job, John. You committed
It's
to the
you.
bit.
It's
It's
not
you.
a
Are you
bit.
ready to
Crazy.
confess
It's
yet?
committed to it.
Are you ready to confess yet?
I didn't do anything. Listen, I've muted my mics multiple times to prove that it's not my
You haven't.
fucking...
It even went off
No.
during while you were playing the song.
Duh,
Yeah.
Matt.
Yeah, because you probably have a YouTube video playing in the background.
No, I don't.
John,
You know that I can't do that.
is that beep coming from your dwelling?
Is it coming from his
Look, he's
Michelle,
laughing.
what is,
How are you this bad of
what
a
is this
liar?
1890s speak that you're doing? Oh, good sir. Is that
Is the
beep coming from your
From your
dwelling?
dwelling.
Oh,
From your abode. Is the beep coming from your abode?
Good sir.
Dodging those questions like Neo in those
he
bullets.
can't even
Look, he's
answer.
just like,
I will answer anything right now. You ask me any question, I will answer.
Good,
I will answer straight
good
face.
Sir. Oh,
There is nothing you could ask me that's going to cause me to
I
giggle.
believe that Matilda's a witch. Well, should we drown her?
John, is the
that
beep
coming from your
dwelling?
dwelling?
Is the beep coming from your home? Is that 2024 enough for you? Is the beep coming from your home?
There's some skullduggery going on in
Is
the basement.
the chirp coming from your home?
Yes.
John, is the chirp coming from your home? You
think-
can leave. This is going to go on for a while.
Do you
Is the
think
chirp
the Johnsons
coming from your home, John?
are Protestants? Should we let them in the town?
He can't even say no.
What's going on in
He
their
can't even say
dwelling?
no. John,
We can't have them in
is
town.
the chirp coming from your abode?
I say we put her in a barrel of water and see what happens.
it's him. It's him.
It's not
It is.
me.
But he has to
It
admit
is.
it.
No, it's not.
Okay,
But
then
Michelle,
tell
what
me.
if it's you?
It's
What
not-
if you go upstairs
It's not.
and
No.
you're just having like
No.
a lemonade and you hear it?
No.
All right,
Are you
Michelle,
gonna
get
call
us out
back
of here,
in?
No.
please. I gotta.
No, I want
gotta
you. Got to
pee.
change the battery, right?
I got.
You got to change the battery, right? In your
All
dwelling.
right, I will. I will put Matilda in a barrel of water, and I will see if we could fix the Nighthawk.
Yeah, he's playing the smoke alarm 1 hour chirping sound, battery needs replacing video on YouTube. That's what he's doing. That's the type of podcast host you have here.
I don't know what you're fucking talking about.
I just think
Seriously.
that you need to admit it.
I'm
I don't
not-
like
what are you
liars,
talking-
John. I don't like little
I have
people.
not-
That is.
They just
What?
It's the exact same sound.
Yeah, it's
What?
it. Yeah,
The
that's
annoying
what it
chirp.
is.
That's it.
Yeah.
No,
He's accusing
no.
us. He's saying that I'm a witch. She's going to put me in the water.
No. Michelle,
Yeah.
listen, we got to
He
get
made
out of
you
here.
get out of your chair. That's
No.
how gullible you are.
John.
You got out of your chair.
You
went and
asshole.
talked
It's
to your
right here.
wife. Yeah.
What are you talking
Exactly.
about?
It's
Matt's
an
kids don't
hour-long
respect
video,
him
just
anymore.
random smoke
Yeah.
alarm.
That's what
No.
he's
What's
doing.
going on?
That's why he's been
No.
giggling from the start when he made you get out of the chair. He manipulated you to get up out of your
not.
chair and go
No,
ask your
I've
family
different
to turn
angles.
the fire alarm.
And
He
different-
manipulated you.
No.
Yeah. And I asked him directly and he starts
Diabolical
giggling.
fiend.
Yeah, I asked him directly and he starts
No.
giggling. I mean, it's
No.
obvious. It's very obvious. If you can't pick this up, this isn't a whodunit. Okay,
No.
this is a John from
a
the fucking
you-done it.
moment. This is a John from the beginning. Tiger's not in here today, homeless. This is 100% John. I bet you my entire life on it. It's John.
No,
It's John.
listen, I've muted
It's
my
John.
microphone
And
many
still-
times
I don't give
to
a shit
prove
if
that it's
you've
not
muted
me.
your mic while you hit play.
Matt,
What's coming from your speakers? It's
Matt,
not coming from your
Don't
speakers.
deflect.
No,
Hey,
we
you know
all know
what?
that Matt
Here's
does
the
not
proof.
maintain.
Here's the
Okay,
proof.
Okay, his stuff,
It
right?
went on the whole time he was playing.
I have
his
subscribe
song.
and
This
save
is a
for
video.
9-volt batteries.
John,
I
are you
have-
playing
I have
a video?
Nighthawk,
John,
carbon
are you playing
monoxide.
a video with a chirping sound?
I'm not playing a video. Now listen, we
Are you playing an audio
At the
file you
moment,
ripped
you
from the
I
video?
gotta
John, are
go
you
pee.
playing an
I
audio
gotta tell
file
you, I
you
gotta
ripped
get
from the
out of here.
video?
No, listen,
John,
guys,
are you
it's
playing-
really bad. I
are
have
you
to go
playing
pee.
an audio file?
I
He
have
did.
to go pee.
He did.
All right, video game outsiders
Yep, exactly. Out. Not funny. Stupid.
I'm using up all of my oxygen. Making a plan to get you